Here's Homer being a total disaster in the kitchen.
Donuts? I told you I don't like ethnic food. Here, tell me how my stocks did yesterday.
And here's Homer becoming a strike machine down to the bowling alley.
Homer!
From being a blackjack dealer to being a voice actor, Homer Simpson has tried learning a whole bunch of skills down the years, but just how many has he tried to learn? I know you've asked this question to yourselves every day. I'm here to help. Today I'm going through the entirety of The Simpsons, season by season, to look at all the skills Homer has tried learning. I'll be giving each skill a grade, A for excellence, all the way down to F for failure. So let's see how skillful Homer J. Simpson really is. Starting with the time he tried his hand at being a car designer, which is a pretty crazy skill to try and learn right off the bat, let me tell you. But it comes courtesy of Homer's long-lost brother, Herb.
Welcome to my home, brother.
Holy moly, the bastard's rich. This is my wife, Marge.
Hello.
Hello. You old dog, she's gorgeous.
Thank you.
And old Herb has made his millions in the car business. But while he has been successful, things aren't so hot right now business-wise.
Every day we're losing ground to the Japanese, and I want to know why.
Mushy-headed one-worlders in Washington?
I'm tired of excuses.
When he meets up with Homer, though, who he sees as a regular American, which is the market he's losing, Herb realizes things at Powell Motors need a big step up.
Oh, then give me one with lots of pep.
Sorry, our cars don't have pep.
Why not?
Because Americans want good mileage.
Tell the nice man what country you come from.
America.
Do you hear that, you morons?
So considering Homer is the market they want to win over, Herb puts his newfound brother in charge and makes him a lead designer.
I want you to help me design a car. A car for all the Homer Simpsons out there. And I want to pay you $200,000 a year.
But he's not exactly a natural at first. I mean, if anything, he kind of gets in the way.
All right. Ooh, what's that doohickey?
Mr. Simpson, your brother told you to help us with this car, now didn't he? Well, why don't you get us some coffee?
But Herb gives him a pep talk and he heads back into the design lab as a new man. A man with a plan.
Hello, Einstein. You know those super slankers they sell in the Quickie Mart? The cup is this big.
Extremely large beverage holder.
I'm not done yet.
Dude's in the zone now. Look at him go.
You know that little ball you put on the aerial so you can find your car in the parking lot? That should be on every car.
Oh.
Like tail fins and bubble domes
I gotta
and
call the
jag
boss.
carpeting.
Hey, I didn't say it was a good zone. She's just in one. The Brainiacs behind the car business obviously question Homer's design ideas, but Herb doubles down and tells him to listen to the man who's going to save their business.
No.
Or completely ruin it. Let's not be so hasty, though. He's new on the job. I'm sure he'll get the hang of it. Well, we're about to find out, because here comes the big unveiling of the Homer.
The Homer.
What does this monstrosity cost?
Jerry.
It's always good when your new car is instantly called a monstrosity. To make matters worse, the car isn't in the average American price range either.
This monstrosity cost $82,000. I'm in the zoo. I'm ruined.
Thanks to his brother, Herb is flat broke and he has no choice but to become homeless. Real nice work on the design in there, homie. Look, I hate to start things off negatively, but this can't be anything but an F. Believe it or not, there are more car-related skills coming up now, although this is a little different. We're talking about the time Homer tried building Bart a soapbox car. Bart isn't exactly thrilled at the idea, considering all of his dad's other builds.
The bird feeder? The jamboree? What was that? Son, please let me help you.
Yeah, I can see why he isn't so hot on having him help. But Homer is his dad after all, so Bart agrees, and the pair try their best at putting something together.
That's my boy.
Hey.
Just because it completely collapses as soon as they move it doesn't mean it's a bad design. Obviously, they go back to the board and Homer realizes it's going to need a metal framework, which is pretty smart, for him, anyway.
That's my boy.
So let's see how Homer's creation fares in an actual race. Will it fall apart or will it win? I actually think that considering the car didn't move 5 paces before imploding last time to actually nearly finishing a race is some nice progression. It's obviously not what Bart wants, though. He wants to win. So when Martin gets injured and he has a chance to race in it, he discards his dad.
Dad,
I love you, but you taught me to win.
Why did I ever teach you that?
Well, I picked it up somewhere. I'm sorry,
Oh,
but...
no, go ahead, leave me. Go on and win. No, go on and win without your dad.
Bart does win in Martin's car, and Homer learns he can enjoy his son winning and be proud of him, even if he's not involved. But who cares about that gooey mumbo-jumbo? Homer's soapbox building skills leave a lot to be desired, but he did show some skills with the tweaks of the frame and getting the car to actually race. That being said, though, I can't really give this more than a D. As Bart said, the thing handled like a shopping cart. One thing we know Homer's good at is drinking, but how about the other side of the coin, huh? You know, making the drinks? Well, in season 3, we see what Homer gets up to when there's no beard around to drink.
I decided to mix the little bits that were left in every liquor bottle.
But how will his cough syrup-infused drink taste? Knowing Homer, somehow great.
It passed the first test. I didn't go blind.
I mean, call me old-fashioned, but I assume most things I drink won't make me blind. Just me, though, I guess. There's one crucial ingredient that Homer stumbles upon by accident, though, that really ties it together: cigarette ash.
Huh?
Fire! Sorry, I meant fire. While Homer's telling the story of making his drink, Moe gets an idea. His tavern is in the red, the beer taps have been switched off, and he needs customers quickly. So, why not bring them flooding back in with a new flamin' drink?
Oh, I haven't seen the place this crowded since the government cracked down on you for accepting food stamps.
Who can say? It's probably a combination of things.
Boy, I hate this joint, but I love that drink!
Yeah, Moe hasn't just used his buddy's idea to restart his business, he's basically stolen it. He piggybacks off of Homer's invention and gives the guy zero credit.
Pardon me, are you the genius behind the Flaming Moe?
Why, yes,
I'm your man.
My name's Harv Bannister. I work for Tipsy McStagger's Good Time Drinking and Eating Emporium.
Homer's drink is so successful that even Big Beverage is after it, wanting to buy the recipe from Moe outright. He refuses, but it doesn't stop his run of good luck. I mean, everything he touches turns to gold.
This date shall forever be known as Flaming Moe's Day.
Homer isn't happy that one of his best buddies has stabbed him in the back, so he decides he's going to ruin Moe's business by telling everyone what the secret ingredient in the drink is.
You poor, pathetic, misguided creatures, all the time wondering, how does he do it? I'm going to tell you. The secret ingredient is...
No!
Cough syrup.
Big Beverage gets the recipe and Moe's tavern goes back to being a ghost town. Moe knows he was out of line though, so he apologizes and the guys make things right. You gotta say though, Homer doing a bit of mixology is nothing but a big time success. He made a drink that was wanted by every drinks company in America, so come on, we gotta give him an A for this one. The next skill that we see Homer try out comes from the time he thought it'd be a good idea for him to build Santa's little helper a doghouse. He even draws his own blue paint.
Don't worry, I just drew up a little blueprint. No, this is the door, this is the roof. He shines down on the house, see?
The idea is Homer's gonna save a few bucks by building it himself, but I gotta say, the early signs are not looking too good.
Damn it! Hell with this.
Homer's carpentry skills are starting to frustrate him, so much so that he starts using some colorful language.
Damn crappy nails! Oh, bat! Hit it! Chuck! Oh!
As you saw, Rod and Todd were within earshot, so Ned asks Homer to tone down the bad language. In fact, Homer even starts a swear jar, so every time a bad word slips out, he's gotta cough up.
What do you think, Lisa?
How's the dog supposed to get in?
Oh!
The jar works until he has a pretty bad day in the doghouse making office.
Oh, that's broken. Fiddle-dee-dee. Require a tetanus shot. I am going to kick this doghouse down!
Instead of letting Homer torture himself by making the darn doghouse, Marge and the kids club together and buy one. So considering he failed at even building it, I can't even give him anything better than an F. When you think of Homer Simpson, you don't really think of him as an athlete. And if you do, why? But over the years, he's been involved in a few different sports, and the one we're going to be focusing on today is softball. The power plant softball team, to be precise. He's actually pretty good, but let's not get carried away. This is a small-time game. Homer's still gotta prove he can do it when he needs to, say in a $1 million grudge match between two millionaires with the loads of baseball pros on the pitch. Oh, with Mr. Burns in his ear confusing him.
If I want you to bunt, I will touch my belt buckle not once, not twice, but thrice.
I don't understand a word he's saying. I wish I was home with a big bag of potato chips.
Burns' blabbering puts Homer off his stride, and when his big moment comes, he's not the same with the plate. Ouch, and worry about brain damage if it wasn't Homer. Luckily though, Homer's head bounces the ball in play, and the Springfield nuclear power plant wins the game. Let's be honest, this is one of the rare times Homer has got some natural talent. Even when the pressure of his boss relying on him to win $1 million was getting him down, Homer came up with the goods. You gotta say, this is maybe the easiest day I've given so far. After the Simpsons' car gets totaled, Homer decides he's gonna take up the job of being a snowplow driver, although he does need a little persuasion.
Think I'm gonna buy a $20,000 truck just because you make that noise? I'll take it!
It's perfect timing, I guess. Springfield has been hit by a big old blizzard and Homer needs a new car, but to pay off his new plow, he's gotta get to work. And to be fair, he does.
Thank you, Mr. Plow.
Let's do it.
He goes around the entire town clearing snow, even making it possible for the kids to go to school.
We won't miss a minute of school, thanks to your father.
Although it probably won't do Bart and Lisa any favors. Homer's Mr. Plow business turns into the fastest growing biz in Springfield, so much so that he's even given the key to the town.
Mr. Plow, for making it possible for people to get where they're going, I give you the key to the city.
Now, as we know, the business doesn't last forever because Barney muscles in on his market share and steals all Homer's jobs, but that's not why we're here now, is it? We're here to grade Homer's snowplowing skills, and I gotta say, it's another big fat A. Can the same be said for the time he became a monorail conductor? You know, when Lyle Landley showed up and calmed the town into buying a monorail?
I swear it's Springfield's only choice. Monorail! What's it called?
And guess who's given a job as the monorail conductor? Homer. The only problem is, he's gotta learn on the job. So he does a bit of studying with Bart to try and get himself up to speed.
You can get mono from riding the monorail.
False. No, wait. Maybe it's true.
It's false. You really are gonna be a monorail conductor.
That's right, boy.
It's not looking too good. But what's he actually like in the driving seat?
All aboard?
Okay, well, nothing's gone wrong so far. As you guys know, though, it doesn't stay that way. In fairness to Homer, Lyle has sold the town a super faulty monorail, and basically it's gonna crash. He tries to stop the runaway monorail, but his limited training is failing him.
I'm trying my best.
Brakes is not in service.
Again, I can't really blame Homer here. He's just doing what he's been taught. That lever would stop the monorail, you know, if it wasn't a 30-year-old death trap, so Homer's gotta get creative. With instructions from Marge, he creates a makeshift anchor to try and pull the monorail to a stop. It's the right idea. The anchor luckily gets stuck in the Lard Lad's donut and with it, brings the runaway monorail to a halt.
Donuts.
Dad, you're a hero.
I'm the best mono thingy guy there ever was.
Homer was set up to fail by Lyle here, but he showed great initiative and in the end helped save the lives of everyone on the monorail. And I think because of that, I'm gonna give him a generous B. Like, sure, good job, Homer, but don't get behind the wheel of a monorail ever again. Or is it lever? I mentioned a little while ago that Homer isn't exactly blessed with a lot of natural talent, but in season 5, we see that he's a hell of a talented singer.
Hello. 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 Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Along with Principal Skinner, Apu, and Barney, Homer forms the group the B Sharps, and they debut in Moe's Tavern.
My Adeline.
After their debut performance, Homer and the gang get immediately signed up to a record deal and are tasked with writing their very first hit record, and Homer, of all people, is the one who pens it.
Baby on board. Baby on board. Something, something. Burt Ward.
Yeah, sure, it needs a bit of work, granted, but Homer polishes up the song and heads to the booth with the rest of the group.
I'm telling you it's mighty nice with my baby on board.
The hit catapults the band into some serious stardom. They even win a Grammy.
The B Sharps! Congratulations!
All the fun fame brings tears to the group, though. Barney goes solo and the band loses all popularity, so they go back to their regular lives. But hey, they can't resist meeting up now and again for a reunion.
With my baby on board.
That sort of talent and honing of a skill is generational, and although it didn't work out in the end, it wasn't because they weren't talented singers. 100% an A. Homer goes back to his boring job after all that singing, but there was a time when his boring job got a heck of a lot more exciting. After Springfield legalizes gambling, Mr. Burns turns the plant into a casino and hires Homer as a blackjack dealer.
Let's see. 18, 27, 35. Dealer bust.
Yee-haw! I want you to have my lucky hat.
Not a very good blackjack dealer. He basically gives away free money. He's pretty easy to fool.
21? Do that card counting thing again. Do it again.
Definitely have to leave the table.
No!
Gotta watch Wapner. Yeah, leave the table.
No!
Actually, it's kind of surprising he even realized that guy was counting cards, but still, he didn't do anything to stop him. Clearly, Homer doesn't even understand the game he's dealing, and he's a serious business risk giving all that cash away. After the highs of his barbershop skills, his dealing skills brings us back down to reality. F. We took a brief break from Homer's musicality, but we're sure as heck back now. I guess it started young for Homer because here he is trying to make it as a street performer, a one-man band street performer.
And this is the music you tighten up with.
What's the matter, you crazy kid? It might be Sinez.
Buzz off, Giuseppe.
I don't know what those people were hearing, but I think Homer's got a funky groove going on. Although Giuseppe's pet monkey doesn't agree.
Pepe, go for the face.
So, his music might not be to people's or monkeys' tastes, but the skill Homer shows in actually playing the instruments in his one-man band is pretty impressive. So I think considering all that, I'm going to grade him a B. The Simpsons historians among you will know that originally, Krusty the Clown was meant to be Homer's secret alter ego. I mean, they do look pretty alike. Well, the writers pay homage to that in the episode Homie the Clown, when Homer goes to clown college to become Krusty's stand-in.
It's a great piece of buffoonery. If you pull it off, you'll look like a fool.
Steady.
It's not the greatest start in the world, and that's putting it mildly, but Homer dusts himself off and tries again. I mean, clowns are supposed to be entertaining. I'm not sure it's exactly kid-friendly, though. Even with his mishaps in training, Krusty sees something in Homer and decides to give him a shot anyway. His first test as a clown comes when a new Krusty Burger opens. I wonder if he's got the right stuff.
New audience. I now proclaim this new burger for sale. And oh, Lord save me.
Still not up to scratch, is he? Well, he's gonna have to be soon, because he's gonna have to prove that he's a real clown with Krusty to save his life. Basically, Krusty got tangled into some mob gambling debt, and if they don't perform Krusty's loop-de-loop routine, it's curtains. Thanks to Homer stepping up when the moment mattered, he and Krusty escaped the mob with their lives. I gotta admit though, more or less the entire time he sucked at being a clown. But you all saw that routine, so I gotta give him a C for clumsy clown. Considering Homer is often wasted, it's actually a miracle he's not been in that many bar fights. Actually, the one time he was in a bar fight, he was sober.
That's for telling me how to raise my lousy kid.
The thing is...
Hey, something's wrong with this guy.
He was trying to stick up for Bart and get the bullies to leave him alone, but the more important thing is, Homer can take a beating. Moe sees the potential in him and he decides that he's going to train Homer up as a boxer.
Okay. Let's see the right.
Just a second.
When you're ready.
Well, Homer might have the athleticism of a plate of Jell-O, but Moe knows that, so he comes up with a game plan. All Homer has to do is absorb punches until the other guy gets tired, and wham, easy W, like he does with his first opponent.
Okay, Homer, he's tired. He's tired. Now's your chance. Nudge him.
Homer starts getting a name for himself as an unbeatable amateur, and it gets the attention of top boxing promoter Lucius Sweet.
Lucius, hey, what's a glitterati like you doing in my dump? I thought you were managing the champ.
Yes, managing Drederick has been my highest priority.
Lucius wants Homer to go toe-to-toe with the reigning champion of the world, Drederick Tatum, not because Homer's good, but because it's an easy warm-up for the champ.
But Homer's no boxer. He's just a freak. Tatum will fustigate him.
Well, fustigation aside, Moe, you can either sit here in the ladies' room with your faded memories. You can take your last shot at the big time. Can make it happen.
Moe knows that sending Homer in there with Tatum would be a death wish, but he sends them anyway. And boy, does he get pummeled.
Geez, only 6 seconds in. Attaboy, Homer!
After letting his best buddy take one hell of a beating, Moe knows that one more punch could potentially kill Homer, so he puts a stop to the fight.
Oh my God! Simpson's manager has flown into the ring and is airlifting him out. Dignity remained in boxing is literally flying out the window.
Homer might be a genetic freak where he can take some punches, but a boxer he is not. Zero technical ability, he barely knows how to throw a punch, but he did win a few fights, so I can't just give him an automatic F. Instead, I think a D is fair, a run-of-the-mill amateur. We've had a C before, so how about another one? For chilies, that is, because next on our skill list is Homer's stint as the chief chili taster at the cook-off.
Man, he's here. The dude with the fireproof stomach.
Many men can taste a fiery chili, but not many survive it. Homer Simpson is a man with an iron gullet. He wastes no time in getting into the chili action.
5-alarm chili, eh? 1, 2.
Oh, I admit it. 2.5 tops.
Are you going to jail?
We'll see, son.
When he's not trying to call out how spicy the chilies are, he's actually a pretty good critic. A harsh one.
A bland, timid entry recovering from surgery.
He does meet his match, though, when he comes up against Wiggum's creation. Maybe the hottest chili ever produced. He does go back and conquer Wiggum's chili, though, through the use of candle wax coating his tongue, and then he goes on one of the biggest acid-style trips of his life. I'm not going to judge him too harshly over the Wiggum incident. That's a freak accident. 9 out of 10, Homer rules the chili cook-off, so for his tasting skills, he gets an A. Homer gets another shot at the big time in Season 8 when an open audition is announced for the Itchy and Scratchy Show's new character, Poochie, and the kids think their dad is the man to voice him.
Hey, they're having open casting for the voice of Poochie.
You have a funny voice.
I do not.
Haven't you ever listened to yourself on a tape recorder?
I prefer to listen to Cheap Trick.
Homer figures it's a good opportunity. The worst they can say is no. Well, they could always roast him, too.
Ruff! I'm Poochie the Rockin' Dog.
You got no attitude. You're barely outraged, but it's not my face. Next.
As harsh as that is, the honesty from the director inspires Homer, and suddenly he becomes Poochie.
Not in your face, huh? You can cram it with walnuts, ugly.
That's the Poochie attitude. Do that again.
Homer lands the job of voicing the new animated dog, but like most things in his life, he's not a natural in the booth, which is strange considering he's a former world-famous singer, but let's not get tied up in the details.
Let's get a level check on your boys.
Sheet smells store. Let me try it again.
Relax, Homer. You'll do fine.
He gets into the swing of things, and the time comes around to watch his debut, but it's not exactly the attitude-in-your-face Poochie the kids were promised.
Hey, kids. To the extreme! Busted!
Ah, that stunk!
Homer realizes the writing of his character stinks and refuses to give a good performance until he's allowed to ad-lib and to put some pep in Poochie's step, fix his relationship with the audience, and stuff like that.
I know there's a lot of people who don't like me and wish I would go away. And I think we got off on the wrong foot. I know I can come off a little proactive, and for that I'm sorry. I know we can make them laugh and cry until we grow old together.
But instead of using Homer's lines, they kind of do this.
My planet needs me.
Oh, Poochie came from another planet? I guess.
I want to give Homer a B for this. He wasn't a natural, but he picked up the voice acting game pretty quickly. Plus, the character failing wasn't his fault. It was the fault of some out-of-touch writers flogging a dead horse, which is pretty ironic looking back at it now. We've already seen that Homer isn't the handiest man around. He can't make a bowl of cereal without setting it on fire. Some of his creations are so bad, I guess you could consider them art. Like, take a look at this do-it-yourself barbecue he made.
That's one fine-looking barbecue pit. Why doesn't mine look like that?
I mean, sure, if you like that weird stuff. Well, it turns out someone does. Homer tosses his hunk of junk in the middle of the road and drives off, but it's not long before it's back on his doorstep.
I own an art gallery and I'd love to display your piece.
This isn't art.
After people at the exhibition like his work, Homer figures he's going to give art a chance, so he makes his next piece.
That way I can turn all these old baseball cards, Disney memorabilia, and antiques into something valuable.
I'm really happy you sold your sculpture.
No fluke here, Marge. Homer's sculptures are pretty famous now among the fine art community, so much so that his art dealer has an entire exhibition penciled in just for him.
I give you Botch Hibachi. This piece I call, and finally, my thing de resistance 1.
But for some reason, his new pieces aren't hitting like the others.
These pieces are just like your earlier work.
Why don't you call us when you get to kitsch?
Homer takes the criticism to heart and figures if they want highbrow art, he's going to give it to them, as well as millions of pounds of water damage.
Behold my latest work!
What have you done?
The Grand Canals of Springfield, without the Black Plague. What do you think?
Despite the obvious problems, somehow the people of Springfield love Homer's work anyway. Changing an entire town through an art movement makes Homer a legendary artist. It's gotta be an A grade here for Homer. It might not be art to you, but like, what is art really? I'll let you ponder that and never discuss that question again while we look at a skill that's a little more hands-on. You know, like say a farmer. Well, in season 11, Homer has to flee a gun-holding southerner who wants to face him in a duel, so he flees Springfield with the fam back to his old farm where he grew up.
Race you to the swimming hole! Bring the youngins!
He dusts off his old farming overalls and gets straight back on the iron horse, which is farmer talk for tractor.
Now we're talking!
Dad!
Go get Lassie!
He's not got the finesse of a guy who grew up on the farm, has he? Anyway, while they're living on the farm, Homer figures he's gonna have to grow some crops, so he plants some tomatoes, along with tobacco seeds.
Tastes like cigarette butts. The outside looks like a tomato. Maybe the tomato seeds crossbred with the tobacco seeds.
Homer's field of mutants might sound disgusting, but those tomatoes are laced with some super addictive stuff, meaning he's just bred a brand new super popular crop.
Oh, Daddy, this tastes like Grandma. I want more.
Yeah, me too. We'll take a bushel or a packer. Just give it to me.
Homer's super plant is as addictive as they come. See, but people are queuing up and down the street to buy a sack of them.
Don't push, there's plenty of tobacco for everyone.
Don't forget your mincemeat pie.
When you're using tobacco and you're this successful, as you can imagine, it's not long before Big Tobacco catches wind of Homer's new hybrid moneymaker, and they want a slice of the pie too.
We're in a bit of a pickle. Kids are crazy about tobacco.
Dirty rotten.
Tell me about it. But there's no law against selling kids tobacco. That little M is worth a lot of money to us and to you.
It looks like how much is literally going to be the million-dollar question for Homer here.
And $50 million.
May I speak to my family for a moment?
While Homer is a good farmer, he's not exactly the world's greatest salesman. I guess you can argue he's doing it for the good of America's children. I'm saying he does this because he's dumb.
The least we can accept is $150 billion!
After that, it's kind of all downhill for Homer. The plant is super addictive to animals too, and they ravage his crops. He keeps the last tobacco plant nearer and dear to him, but they want that one too. Homer's luck runs out, and it gets even worse when Big Tobacco appears to give him the money he offered, but to escape the animals, he literally chucks the last of the plant into their hands.
Gotta run.
How did you want to pay me the $150 million? Or stuck?
Okay, so he sucks at negotiating and he has some real bad luck, but that's surely not a reflection on his farming skills. So for the time he was a farmer, Homer was decent. Not natural, but clearly had some talent there. I'll give him a C for his farming. As you guys know, a hobby can require a lot of skill. Well, in season 18, Homer picks up the camera and decides he's going to become a photographer, specifically one that targets celebrities.
Hey, Paris, I saw a disgusting part of your body on the internet.
I'm still breaking in this nose.
Actually, Homer's got this photography thing down. He decides he's going to do some staking out to spy on the celebs and snap them when they least expect it. Kind of like a bad member of the press.
I've met them all, and yet they don't even acknowledge my existence.
What I want to know is why every celebrity on the planet suddenly is in Springfield, and why do they need dry cleaning? Homer's snaps soon get the attention of a local paper, and it's long before they're being used.
That photo's mine.
Well, I do like the extra money, but I think maybe you should stop exploiting human beings' private misfortunes.
You should listen to Marge, Homer. The celebs aren't happy, and they bite back by snapping a pic of Homer in the nude, which ends up on the front page of the Springfield Inquisitor. And that sort of brings his paparazzi career to an end, but while it was going, I mean, he was first rate, dude. It's another A in the bank for sure. Some of the greatest talents people have stumbled upon by accident, and that's exactly what happens when Homer has to cut Patty's hair after the kids get pain in it.
Wake up and look at your hair!
What happened to you?
Homer's hairdressing wins his sister-in-law over, and Selma wants to be in the cut next.
Homer, thanks to your unlicensed barbery.
You two look good. Open casket good.
You know, if they're giving compliments, then Homer must be good. The news of Homer's skills travels fast, and soon he's got his very first client.
Wow. Wow.
Will she be as happy as Patty and Selma were with their new dues? Well, let's see.
Wow! Hello, airport piano bar. And it'll look good in the morning, too.
With the back end of his first client, Homer decides he's going to go for it. He's going to open his own hair salon and cut hair for a living.
Oh, now, how could someone as young as you know about 20 years ago?
How funny how my Timothy is to watch.
The worst know-it-all. I can't.
Well, it's the same.
As you can see, he is super successful. He's not a fan of all the gossip and boring chatter, but boy is he good. He does eventually give the hair game up after not being able to deal with the chit-chat, but when it comes to the actual skill, Homer is an elite hairdresser. Who knew? Another easy A. Now, I know Homer is pretty musical. We've seen that a few times already today, and we've already seen him play the guitar, but we haven't seen him play the bass guitar, and we finally see him pick one up in season 26 for the very first time.
Now that was a lick. Keep him coming.
Dude's another natural. Thanks to the help of Stig, he starts jamming in no time flat.
Oh my God.
Dude, you're already one of the greatest bass players of all time.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but he's clearly got the music in him, and he decides he's going to go full-time at trying to learn to be a bass player. After he plays around with the bass for a while, Homer figures he's ready to take it up a step, so he joins a band and starts jamming with them. Now that's progression. The band takes it up a notch by performing their first show, and thanks to the amazing voice of Apu, they go on a local venue tour.
When I close my eyes, pull a dream right out of the air. Girl, you know I wanna be the guy.
Geez, you got a set of pipes on him. Apu ends up breaking the band up, though, because he leaves them for a real rock and roll group, so Homer's bass playing dreams are over. Was he flashy? Not really, but he got the hang of it pretty quickly and was decent by the end, so I'm going to give Homer a B. And I promise I won't say for bass. Damn it. Now, the next skill I got for you is one that you might have seen Homer do before. Fishing. But the caveat here is he's got to do it without bait. Without a man-made fishing pole, he's got to do it like we did 10,000 years ago.
Yeah, fish are way stupider than rabbits or nuts.
After a car crash leaves them stranded in the wilderness with no food, the pair are relying on Homer's fishery skills, but he's not exactly having any luck.
You stupid fish! Bite my baseless hook!
You'll get your shag pants wet.
Homer doesn't care anyway. He loses it to Mother Nature, but she's got a surprise for him.
Meat on a pants! Rabbit! Rabbit!
I've never seen a fisherman struggle to catch a fish on land. That's a first, but it's Marge who manages to snatch it.
Don't let it get away!
Oh no, they're crotchless! Get him!
I think on the sole technicality that Homer caught the fish, I can't give him an F, but everything else here was a disaster, so because of that, I'm going to stamp his wild fishing report card with a big old D. Maybe I shouldn't have phrased it like that, but that's all the skills I got for y'all today, but if you guys are wanting a little more animated goodness, then why not give the video on screen right about now a click. Go on, I'll catch y'all on over there, and as always, guys, thank y'all very much for watching.